Russian dictator Vladimir Putin claimed there are alleged threats to Russia's energy infrastructure in the Black Sea. He said that there have been attempts to sabotage the Turkish Stream and Blue Stream gas pipelines. Putin immediately blamed Ukraine and said that this is supposedly Kyiv's way of postponing negotiations to end the war. And cynically, he made this statement.
They just can't calm down. They don't know what to do to destroy this. Peace process with attempts to resolve things through diplomatic means.
The head of the Kremlin also responded to yet another claim by Russian media that supposedly France and Britain are planning to transfer to Kyiv nuclear weapons.
Reports have already surfaced across various media outlets, indicating what are likely their attempts, or even deliberate intentions, to utilize some type of radiological or nuclear component. They probably understand how this could end.
It's noteworthy that the original source of these rumors is in Russia itself. On the morning of February 24th, the Russian Foreign Intelligence Service published a report claiming that supposedly France and the United Kingdom are planning to transfer nuclear weapons to Ukraine. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov stated that this is supposedly an attempt by Ukraine to disrupt negotiations with
Russia. All norms and principles of the relevant acts of international law. Undoubtedly, this information will be taken into account by us and considered during the ongoing negotiations because potentially this is extremely dangerous information.
The controversial deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council, Dmitry Medvedev, even threatened a symmetrical response on Telegram in the event that nuclear weapons are transferred to Ukraine. At present, Ukraine and its European partners have not responded to this information. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, in an interview with the German broadcasting company ARD, spoke about his message to Putin, in which he said he was ready to meet. "We must end this war," said the president of Ukraine. The Kremlin made a cynical statement on the 4th anniversary of Russia's war against Ukraine. Putin's press secretary Dmitry Peskov said,
"Completely yes, the objectives have not yet been achieved, so the special military operation continues."
President Volodymyr Zelensky recorded a video address on the 4th anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion. He recalled the events of the first days of the war, the victims of Russian aggression, the strength of Ukrainian soldiers and the people as a whole, and also showed his bunker on Bankova Street, from where he called world leaders to ask them for weapons.
Today marks exactly 4 years since Putin was supposed to take Kyiv in 3 days. And this in fact says a lot about our resistance, about how Ukraine has been fighting during this time. Behind these words are millions of our people. Behind these words are great courage, very hard work, endurance, and the long road that Ukraine has traveled since February 24th.
He added that Ukraine has gone from the point where it was being given bulletproof vests to the point where it now has Patriots, Iris-T, NASAMS, F-16s, its own weapons, including long-range ones, and produces more than 3 million FPV drones per year. From
the plea to close the sky to the ability to shoot down hundreds of Shaheds in a single night, from tank traps to fortifications on the streets of Kyiv, to the Kursk operation to the web of defenses. But this is not enough. We will do more, because Russia, unfortunately, does not stop.
At the same time, for the first time since the beginning of the war, the Russian army has been losing more soldiers than it recruits for 3 consecutive months. Western officials announced this on the 4th anniversary of the full-scale invasion. In 4 years of war, every 25th man in Russia under the age of 49 has been killed or wounded. 0.8% of Ukraine's territory has been captured, according to the news agency. At the same time, the Russian advance in Ukraine has virtually come to a halt. Over the past week, they captured 21 square kilometers of territory, which is the lowest figure since March 2025, according to data from the Deep State OSINT project. In some parts of the front, the situation for Russia is even worse. In the Dnipropetrovsk and Zaporizhzhia regions, the Ukrainian armed forces seized the initiative and since February 1st have taken control. From 150 to 400 square kilometers of territory. In 3 weeks, Ukraine managed to regain control over territories that took Russia 4 months to capture.